And back to the learning intentions at the end of the lesson, we'll do some self-assessment and some...
An afternoon PE lesson is just about to begin. But Cara and Amy have brought in a conflict from outside the classroom.
Everyone understood what I was talking about? OK, if you want to get in your positions and we'll start. Let's get going. Let's play.
Throughout the game, the girls continually goad each other until it reaches boiling point.
We're gonna beat you bitches because you're all fat, unfit and ugly. Look at yourself, you fat bitch.
Cara, Amy!
The teacher moves in to defuse a potentially dangerous situation.
I'm going to take your elbow, we're going to go over there and you're going to tell me exactly what happened. I can see you're upset, but we need to discuss this.
You need to talk to Amy, not me. She started all of this.
I think there was some very interesting practice there in terms of the use of safe handling and the way in which she actually moved the student, putting her hand under her elbow and explaining as she did it, this is what I'm going to do, a bit like the dentist saying to you, I'm going to drill in now, you're going to feel this, you know, because that actually calms the student. There is an element in terms of, you know, what is best practice, but also what is legal and what you can do in terms of actually working within the legal framework. And for some teachers, they will say to you, well, I'm not prepared to touch, I'm not prepared to move a child off because I don't feel that I would be safe, and actually I don't think that I would be covered legally. What's your experience in your schools?
What we've done is clearly outline the guidelines, and so staff as well as parents and students are clear about the kind of the level of involvement, the level of physicality that can be used with students, so that to our students it's no longer a shock to say, if a teacher says, right, I'm now going to kind of remove you from this situation, whereas in the past it used to be, well, you can't touch me, and that, you know, students need to be aware and staff need to be aware that yes, you can, as long as you do it correctly and in the appropriate situation where, you know, you're talking about the child's safety or the safety of the rest of the class, or looking at, you know, potential damage to property, etc. You know, kind of along those lines, because I think that gives staff confidence to be able to deal with those situations. Because if you go in wrongly, you're either going to escalate the situation and potentially put yourself at risk or put those students at risk.
The teacher has to feel confident themselves. They have to feel that they may have a relationship with that student and they know that if they touch, it's going to be fine. You can't just say, well, this is what you should do, because they have to show confidence, because their body language themselves has to be confident. So with the safe handling, it is good in situations as long as the teacher is able to and confidently able to do that and lead away. They have to remain calm, obviously themselves, and they have to show that they are in control of the situation, because sometimes there could be another reaction. The student might say, get off me, and then you've got to deal with that situation as well.
I think the key to that confidence and that situation is the commentary, so that student doesn't react and say, get off me or anything, because they know exactly what's coming, they know the reasons why you're leading the way, and, you know, you would hope that that commentary was about that student's benefit. You know, I'm going to lead you away to sit down, to calm down, so that you're, you know, in a safe place, and not a confrontation, you know, to take them away where they're going to be, you know, further kind of put into...
And an acknowledgement as well, I think. You know, I can see that you're upset, I can see you're getting upset, I can see you're really angry about this, but, you know, we're going to move away now, I'm going to take you under that. It's a script, isn't it?
Exactly, and but in able to help you, we need to move away from the situation. I can't help you while we're in this situation. I need to take you somewhere else where we're going to calm down and we can talk about it.
The first reaction that she had was to actually get herself, the teacher, in between the two students, both who've got their hockey sticks. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. I mean, because from my perspective, there were real issues about the health and safety at that point.
I think she didn't look at the situation possibly in that there could have been further actions with those hockey sticks. And she was quick to move in, but needed to, I think, look at, you know, the girls holding. Maybe she should have said, could you put these hockey sticks down?
And I think, you know, something like that is to do with the relationship with the teacher. And, you know, I would always stress it to my staff that if you've got a relationship, then generally it's okay to step in. I mean, if that had been a cover teacher, I wouldn't have expected a cover teacher to step in between those two girls with hockey sticks. But I thought the instant stop, and she mentioned both their names, Cara and Amy.
Yeah.
So neither student was feeling kind of picked on, and it was loud and firm. And I think that is important to get that initial attention, because you know if students, the red mist is descending, I think you've got to somehow clear a bit of that mist. But she then automatically came straight off of that. She didn't continue the shouting. She had the impact and got their attention. I think it is clear that that takes experience and confidence. I think from a member of staff to be able to do that.
When dealing with a fight like this, advice suggests that if you're confident and feel it is safe, physical intervention is helpful. When removing a student, providing you know how to, use safe handling, giving a running commentary of why and what you're doing.